Hey, Katie here. I'm going to share some time-lapse footage of a piece I've been working on this week that I was going to delete. And I'll tell you why I wanted to get rid of it, why I didn't want to share it, and why I ended up sharing it anyway. So, one of the things I've been practicing and really learning as I make my newsletter, as I do events, and now as I make videos is that the whole journey of content creation and creating art, really creating my message, is to put all of the intermediate steps out there and not just the end result. It's kind of a mental training for me that the purpose of doing all this is not to accomplish some end goal. It's actually to enjoy creating and experiment. All of those drafts, all of those videos, all of those other steps that don't look the way that I want are part of the journey, right? So in the spirit of sharing the journey and not just the end result, I wanted to show you this piece and tell you about why I didn't end up liking the outcome and what I was trying to do with the piece and with the colors. So as you can see, I started with an underpainting that was the opposite colors of the ultimate pastel colors I was going to use on top. This is a fun trick that I've used with acrylic paint, but I've never used it with acrylic paint and pastels. The acrylic paint colors, being opposite from the ultimate colors, make the result just really, really vivid. This is how color theory works. The contrasting colors make the end result really pop. So you can see the turquoise, the way it makes the orange really pop. That is what I wanted to play with and see if it worked to do acrylic painting underneath pastel. Ultimately, I was really happy with the way the colors looked on this one and the way this new method of acrylic underpainting and pastel on top looks. I think it looks cool. However, the composition I ended up not being very happy with. So the style that I've been exploring is this kind of impressionistic pop art meets magic realism. And while I love pulling in portraits and street style photos and animals and symbols and objects, I'm still figuring out how to design a composition with that collage that looks really appealing to the eye, keeps your eye moving, and is visually really interesting and detailed without getting lost in the details. I want it to look just as good when you're right up next to it as when you're standing 20 feet away, basically. So with this one, even though I love the street style photos and I like the idea of a fox, I think the painting that resulted ended up looking kind of childish, like a children's book illustration. So the composition is something I'm still playing with, and the colors look cool. I feel like this particular pastel, is not quite there yet. And I wanted to share it with you because the time-lapse turned out kind of interesting, and I wondered what you guys would think. This piece is part of the journey of self-expression because it's a draft that I didn't love, and I wanted to share it with you anyway. So thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you would. I would love that. I'll see you in the next one.